Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for coming back to Dice Droppings Vampire the Masquerade Chronicles Chicago by Night. If my lovely vampires could wish everyone a good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Of course, Donovan would make sure that, yes, pay attention to mine.
I was muted and I had to unmute, which delayed me.
Well, I don't have any announcements, and I guess for everyone tuning in, you really just want to jump right back into the action where we last left our coterie. So, my wonderful coterie, where we last left you, you all were in the kind of disposal waste area for one of the hospitals in Chicago, following a tip from your newest employee, Marlowe, who was given this location under the instructions of what she claimed to be the Ventru Primogen of the Camarilla, which all of you being upstanding members of the Camarilla know that that person doesn't exist. And went there in their stead as a brief investigation to see what this is about, to your discovery of a armed, what's the word I'm looking for? Armed adversaries, I think would be an appropriate way to call these individuals.
A hit squad?
Yeah.
A ambush.
Immediately surrounding you all. So, to start off combat, I know we did a bit of it with some of our coterie members when they fought Malenkov. But now we have our entire coterie here. So my first question to everyone is, do any of you have any points in celerity? Okay.
I
Slow
know
bitches.
I don't.
What?
The only one
Okay.
who would be is Seraphima.
Yep.
That is
Yeah.
very true.
No, I don't.
I did not
Character.
spend. I
No,
did not
totally
spend the
don't.
experience. It felt a little dirty getting a dot in celerity right before this. It felt a little dirty.
I appreciate that very much.
I would call it advantageous, because what is fair about a vampire? The answer is nothing.
There we go.
Well, I was gonna tell
It's the Ventru
Serena,
Primogen.
if I have a bestial failure, I figure we could burn the experience and celerity can manifest and she can describe what the fuck I do.
Listen, in this moment,
In-game reason,
your very pretty, mostly in control self is most likely going to eat a person if you beast your failure. But who knows? The story and the dice will tell itself. So
I could be full for once.
In this instance, they do not catch you all by surprise because a lot of you are very good at your awareness. So we'll start with the vampires, because in a world of darkness, when you're humans fighting against monsters, life isn't really that fair.
Madam Storyteller, I have a question real quick.
Of course.
Since I'm a stew of celerity, and I feel like I should know this already, how do we determine who would go first in the coterie then? I guess a sort of initiative.
Yeah, I think then we will do a... Let's do a Dex Athletics combination.
Are we rolling? Do you want us to roll Dex and Athletics? Is that what you're saying?
You know what? Actually, I want to do something maybe a little bit more interesting. Maybe let's do.
Wits composure.
I was gonna say, yeah, wits composure.
Okay, that could work too. Yeah.
Let's do a combination of everyone roll me wits composure.
Okay.
For the under pressure, getting ready for combat. Okay.
Sure.
Panicking.
I had to take out my best score. Damn it. Okay. Well, wits is not bad too.
Oh, it's right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
okay. So, For the ones who got 1, I'm going to say Clyde, you have 1 because since you rolled, since it's a 10 on your hunger dice, I'm going to say your beast compels you first. Like on the those who are tied will go
Okay.
based on hunger dice because your beast is freaking out and wanting to survive. So
I'll also go
okay.
first. No kidding.
I'm
No,
just
no.
freaking
All
out.
right. So
Eli is just
Marcus,
collectively freaking out. Yeah.
Marcus, Seraphima,
yep.
Donovan, and
Clyde
then
and Eli. Okay.
Donovan, then Clyde, then Eli. All right, so my kindred. Marcus, you are up first. So based on your awareness roll, you are able to determine that there are 6 individuals dressed in what looks to be military issued like combat gear with heavy firearms pointed at individuals of your coterie. There are, I would say, let's see, yeah, there are 4 of them like within the area that you kind of all are in. It's like a very expanded alleyway. Couple of dumpsters that you're able to see, and then there are 2 more on rooftops that are a couple dozen feet from you. Those 2 on rooftops seem to have sniper rifles aimed at your coterie. So what would you like to do?
I would like to create a shadow tentacle
Mm-hmm.
near one of the ones on the rooftops.
Okay, how many dots in Oblivion do
3.
you have? 3. So I believe that is how many meters can you create?
Well, let's see here.
It's it would be 4 meters, I believe.
4 meters. Okay, so of course, I'm not educated on the metric system.
It's like 12 feet.
Okay.
A meter is
There it
very
is.
close to a yard.
Exactly.
Okay.
Abstractly.
Copy
I
from the
understand.
book.
So, thank you. So before I say if you want to do that, your shadow cannot cross against open air. It has to cross like across surfaces. So your shadow will not be able to stretch up and like try to grab against the people on the rooftops. But you're more than welcome to use your shadows to stretch against one of the 4 that are in the alleyway pointed at you all.
Yeah, and then remember the tendrils come from you. You don't like make them out
Okay.
of other shadows.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I was trying to figure out.
I understand.
I thought
Yeah,
I was
they
able
have
to make them from other shadows.
Nope,
as
they
well.
have to originate.
That would be really scary.
It would be super
Yes.
scary. No, they have to originate from you, and they are limited by the distance they have to travel.
Okay, and
So
so
horrifying.
Across
second-
2D surfaces.
second thought, since that'll be my entire turn just creating it.
Mhm.
One of the ones on the ground, how far are they from me?
I would say they are within distance for your shadow to grab. Like you grabbing onto their shadow.
What about
Uh,
me just charging
well,
them?
well, that would mean they're within like 12 feet of you.
Okay. Okay, so then that would work too.
Mhm.
All right. Then I will do this. Come on.
Okay. So you can either activate your shadows or rush and attack them.
I'm gonna rush and attack them.
Okay. So you full sprinting out ahead. So go ahead and roll me your, unless you're using a weapon, it is strength and brawl.
I am going to rouse my strength.
Okay.
Where's the button?
And if you were using any
There's the
if
button.
you're using like any abilities of prowess, you will have to also activate it for that as well.
No, I'm just think I'm going to go with the whole being able to tear mortal skin,
Okay.
render it from them.
But you're still going to rouse your strength by 2 with a rouse
Yes.
check? All right. So go ahead and roll me that rouse. All right. So you get hungrier.
Yep.
And I need to check, not that it'll matter much, but these guys do have military grade gear. And I need to find the section on armor.
Oh, I know that one. I just looked that
Mhm.
one up recently.
Yeah.
It's what does it state what their armor rating is?
It doesn't say. I had to look at the examples.
Oh, do they
so
have like does it say like flak jacket or like tactical armor or something like that?
it's like tactical armor because
Okay, well,
they think
so
you guys have bullets.
So tack armor is an armor rating of 4.
Okay.
Which means any damage that would come in that is from like an aggravated force that
Mhm.
isn't like an explosion
Mhm.
is that any aggravated damage is up to 4 points of
Okay.
it from one source is transmuted to superficial damage.
Understood. All right. Excellent. Not sure if it'll matter when Wraith comes in, but we'll see. So Wraith, go ahead and give me your strength augmented up +2
Mhm.
and your brawl, and they will roll a brawl as well to try and
I am definitely going to
Okay.
use a willpower on that.
okay.
Bulletproof
So-
military vest, very useful against limbs of pure shadow ripping you apart at the
No, I
joints.
believe they.
Well,
Sure.
currently his limb is just a fist.
Yeah. So
He's got to whip
they
out the
on-
shadow.
So they only have, as they are mortal, they only have a physical, social, or mental pool, which has a set number, but they do have certain skills. So,
So there'd be
Um,
1 extra success onto that.
mhm. No, hold on. Their strength is not that high, but their brawl is pretty good. They are government agents. Okay. All right, no modifiers. Doesn't matter. 1 whiff. And as they are mortals, they cannot reroll things. All right. So that is 5 successes over their 1, so that would be 4 successes. So that's 4 aggravated damage.
Jesus.
Which is reduced to superficial because of their.
Yeah, because of
Yes.
their armor. Yeah.
Yeah. So still 4 super tips.
Words.
Cannot talk. So 4 superficial damage to the first agent. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, you come through and God, what is that? Because I'm trying to remember the equivalent of what 4 aggravated damage does. That's just a bullet.
For something that will like deal +4 damage is like
Mhm.
a 50 caliber handgun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's like a heavy gunshot.
yeah, just
Like a 12 gauge shotgun going off point blank.
yeah, that is
Um,
exactly what it's like.
Yeah, so you make contact and the vest that they're wearing catches it, but you definitely see they go, oh God, just trying to struggle and catch their breath. But you got them, Jesus.
And then I just turned my head to the other one.
Mhm. All right, Seraphima, you are up. You
Cool.
know your ghouls are coming. They were driving motorcycles behind you.
Do I also make that there are 6 with 2 up on the rooftop?
Yeah, you all rolled well enough on your
Awesome.
awareness check.
Would it make sense that like Donovan and or I have like earpieces to our ghouls?
I believe so, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna tell Severin, like
Mhm.
2 on the roof with snipers, 4 on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that Wraith is engaged.
Mhm.
And
Wraith
then
is in play. I repeat, Wraith is in
Wraith is in play.
Take your time.
Have a cappuccino or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What I was
Okay,
doing was making myself the
so-
obvious threat.
So before we had ended, Clyde was
Mm.
trying to drag me down out of the sniper site. Did he
Mhm.
do that?
I will say this will be your choice to get out of the way because they did not get a surprise round on you. You will have the choice to find cover.
Cool. Would it be possible to see if there's like any entrance in this alley to one of the roofs?
Yeah, I will say go ahead and make me a wits investigation.
Okay, because I had heightened senses up for sight, would that apply?
Yes, that would apply.
Okay.
Pray for no headlights.
Auspex is only one. Okay. It's 1, 2.
She says, yeah, you see there's a fire, not a fire escape, a like fire exit that
Cool.
you could be able to go into that doesn't have one of the agents kind of blocking it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Your heels start clicking rapidly across the pavement as you head for that door. It is a 3-story building, so it's 3 flights of steps. It's really nothing to someone who can't breathe. Any flight of stairs is nothing to people who don't
That's
breathe.
fine. If I have to, I can do dex whatever to see how quick I can get up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Alright.
gonna start to head up.
So go ahead and make me a
Something.
what would make
Do something.
sense? I'm going to say it will be stamina athletics, just to see like how quickly you heft up the
Sure.
stairs.
Would I be able to argue like a dex stealth because like I don't want to make a lot of noise going up?
Sure. Also, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Two.
2 seconds. Alrighty then, I will make a note.
Cool.
Okay. Alright, so that's Seraphima's turn. Donovan, it is your turn.
Me, all right. Well, the first thing I'm doing, I'm going to rouse my composure.
Mm-hmm.
A thing Donovan does, probably getting into any fight. Okay, that's fine.
Get hungrier.
There's lots of blood here.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. So gonna rouse that. Doopy doop. Donovan will obviously he's next to the car, so could take cover behind it.
Mhm.
But he really does like this car.
He knows.
So he's just like,
This would be the second car to be ruined by an outside force.
yeah, and he's just like, no. And just with I think 5 composure, just walks briskly over to like the because you said we come into like this kind of like wide disposal alley area, and they're kind of deeper set in on the
Yeah.
upper roofs. I think Donovan just briskly walks as just like machine gun fire around him towards like the edge of the wall, and just kind of gets behind it. Like this is not like it almost like this is like okay, well it's not even it's not a hamper, it's just like a don't shoot my car. And then I think you'll begin to return fire to the folks up top.
All right. So on the rooftops.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead and make me composure firearms.
Just making sure. I'm pretty sure I don't have any specialty in fire. I do not.
Mm.
Double checking.
And they cannot dodge
successes.
bullets, so they are going to struggle with their physical pool and athletics, which isn't terrible.
I mean, they're in cover though, right?
That's true. So they won't have the
Sniper.
-2. So
Yeah.
they won't have the -2. But still, to dodge bullet, like it's just. I guess that's my automatic response because vampires.
Yeah,
can
it's. I
dodge
believe
bullets.
if you're behind cover, it's just dex athletics. To
Yeah.
Just like shit.
Yeah, they don't have a separation between their. They only
Right.
have
It's
one
just their
pool.
physical pool,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so their physical pool and their athletics. So let's see how it goes.
Well, it's one or the other, right? Like you don't add those two together. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would be just before them. do. Submit.
Yeah, obviously they're fine.
I should.
Shit.
That is something I will need to correct. They do not have hunger dice.
Yeah, you just
Uh,
gotta make
yeah.
those a hunger 0.
Mhm.
But yeah, they're fine. Obviously, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
the bullets that you fire off, you can't
Okay.
quite get a good enough angle as the lip of the roof is kind of blocking any good range for you to get. But they quickly try to dodge out of the way because humans are scared of bullets. Who knew?
Mhm.
Alrighty, so that's Donovan.
Who
Clyde.
knew?
Okay. So I'm still invisible.
Mm-hmm.
How high did you say the roof was again?
It's about 3 stories.
I might try.
You probably
gonna
saw
activate this anyway.
where Seraphima went in the process.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
that makes sense.
I think I can maybe make that. If not, I should activate. I'm gonna activate Potence.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check for that.
Okay.
Oh,
You do not
good.
get hungrier.
And then, can I try to soaring leap on top of the roof?
Do you have the ability soaring leap?
Sorry, we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I do.
You do? Then
Nice.
I do have the
what's-
ability.
Excellent. What are your ranks in potence?
It is just a 1, unfortunately.
1. All right. So I believe for potence, let me double check. Beautiful. It opened right up where I needed it to be. No, it didn't. It opened up in presence power.
It was
All right.
close. It tried
close.
It was
hard.
very close.
Almost there.
You can leap 5 times vertically. They're wait. Oh gosh, it's in meters, and I'm an American. I didn't learn.
Yeah, so yeah, so it
Damn
says
you,
ver-
American
it says
education system.
Which one is it vertically? 5
So I
or
think
3?
they're trying to leap. It's 3 times vertically.
So that means that means Clyde can jump vertically 3 meters.
Mhm.
Which is
I-
roughly 10 feet.
Okay.
Damn. No.
So
So
if you
you'd
want
be
to try
short.
and if you want to be
Yeah,
trying to
hang on.
make you won't be able to make it automatically, but if
Okay.
you roll me a strength athletics plus your potence level, we'll see if you clear it.
My best scores. I'm gonna try it. Okay.
Mhm. You can always rouse as well.
Strength athletics plus potence. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, it's do you have prowess? Because you don't have prowess, right?
Do not. No.
Yeah, so prowess is the ability that lets you add your potence score to strength stuff.
No, I don't
Yeah,
have
I
that
know.
yet.
I'm just saying as the
Oh, because you're
storyteller.
using 4. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure that Clyde wasn't adding it for a power.
Yeah, no,
that
I am
No,
saying.
no.
Yeah, I
they
am
have
saying
it as
in this,
on a different character sheet.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
in this instance, I as the storyteller, I'm saying they can add their.
If I rouse, how many can I just add 1 to my?
You can add 2.
2. Okay, I'll rouse. Yeah. All
Okay.
good. Okay.
I'm not getting hungry. Nice.
I'm sand cool, focused.
Mhm.
Thing.
Cool. Oh, collected.
Two.
Ooh.
Ah.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Yeah, 5 successes. Yeah.
Ah.
No one can see where you are, but
Yeah.
if anyone looked closely, they would see the cement crack underneath your feet as you force the vitae to your legs. And we definitely see in like cartoon style where the veins start
Superman
to
it.
flex. Yeah, 100%. And you just launch up
totally.
to the roof.
Just get real
Now
swole.
here's the thing.
Hmm.
Landing quietly is very difficult.
I understand.
So if you're willing to like forego like a bit of finesse, you'll like no matter what, you're gonna make it to the rooftop.
Okay.
It's a matter of if you want to have your like next round be a surprise, or if you're just full tackling this person on the roof.
I kind of want my next round to be a surprise if that's where I'm going to take a hit. So I'll if I could try to be stealthy, try. I will.
All right, so I'm going to say this is definitely what feels right? Dex stealth feels right? Or Dex athletics to try and land more quietly. What feels?
Strength stealth.
Ooh, I like that.
Rolling your
Control.
muscles.
Tony,
Mhm.
why are you doing this right now, man?
Because the
God damn
story
it.
demands it.
God
To
damn
test,
it.
to test
You
his
just your
abilities.
strength.
Didn't you just rouse your strength?
No, I know. Still. It's fine.
Strength stealth. I like the combination, therefore I shall allow it.
Did. Okay.
It has been decreed.
This roused. That's good.
Oh, is it a crit?
Okay.
It is a 3.
No.
So yeah, you're
Like
able
what?
to but when you reach up to the 3rd story like rooftop, you're able to tuck and roll and maintain invisibility and like crouch full animalistic style as you land. The agent not aware of you.
Okay.
Excellent job. All right, so we're gonna move on to Eli. Your turn.
I'm not designed for combat.
Mm-mm.
But so there's four people on the ground.
Yep.
I would like to. I'm not designed for combat, but I am designed for information. I would
Mhm.
like to use Scry the Soul.
Okay.
Because I want to figure out which one of these guys is going to break the easiest for information.
Okay.
Who
All
is
right.
who is the most frightened?
Okay. So
So-
go ahead and get your dice pulled together for Scry the Soul.
Okay, rouse. I get hungrier.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Scry the Soul is intelligence and aspects versus composure and subterfuge.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about unsuspecting mortals.
Yeah.
So-
So go ahead and roll the dice pool, and that will reveal to me how much information do you get.
Okay. So this is that's
2
garbage. I'm gonna use I will
willpower.
use a willpower reroll.
But
Mhm.
remember, if you do that, you only get to reroll 1 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
2's not bad.
No, I'll save it because
Mhm.
you're right because
We got Newberry stuff
Mhm.
later.
yeah.
Possibly.
All right. So
I
yeah,
only-
as you scan
That's
the
acceptable to
as you like quickly glance over the 4 of them, you see flickering, almost struggling to maintain corporeal, that same spectral
Oh, that lady, yeah.
woman, and she is harrowing one of the agents, and you see a flash go very quickly through your mind's eye that this young man, and he's very young by comparison, he's probably in his mid-20s, but he is very diligent, like working wise, and you see very quickly it flashes through your mind the past colliding with the present, but he is very easily coerced into doing some pretty awful things, and you see a flash very quickly of this young girl in a hospital gown who he was questioning about blank bodies very quickly. She's screaming at him that she doesn't know what he's talking about, and you see another man, his visage kind of grayed out because your focus is on this man's soul, just like places his hand on this young agent's shoulder, and you see very briefly the fear that flashes in his eyes when talking to this shadowed figure before he just unloads 6 clips into this defenseless woman.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I bet she's been harping
Yeah,
on him for a
he
bit too.
is. You see, as you come back from the visions that flash you, you see his soul is racked with guilt and fear that's lingered with this same spectral energy that surrounds this woman, but that doesn't at all hinder, like, his fear of what could happen to him doesn't seem to override his guilt, and he is the one that would probably break the easiest with any amount of pressure.
Okay. Wraith is still relatively near me. Donovan went over
Yeah.
around the corner. So,
Mhm.
Wraith, that one right there. I just sort of kind of like point at him, gesture towards him. Please leave that one. Please leave that one for in a bit. Thank you. Please don't kill that one. Thanks. Goodbye. I'm gonna go. I don't care about the car.
You crawl back into the car.
I'm not gonna go back in. I'm not going to go
Mhm.
back into the car, but I am just going to sort of like power walk over behind the car,
Mhm.
and take my take the little fucking pearl-handled pistol that Donovan
Understood.
gave me out. I'm just like, oh, I haven't had
Alrighty.
to use a gun in so long. I didn't even hit Malenkov, I don't think.
Alright. So, Seraphima and Donovan, you should have access to your ghoul sheets. If you do not, let me know if that changes. But it is your ghoul's turn, so I very much like you all to control your ghouls as to what they would do, as
Of course.
since you are their charges, you would know their best course of action.
We are their domators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you haven't. Where are the ghouls? What's going on?
I will say cinematically, they both have very good drive. So as this first round of you all coming in, they're kind of coming around the corner. I will say that Alexandra is first because she's riding a Ducati. They just have more horsepower. So they're just coming very sharply around the corner. So they're right
Great.
there in the action.
Absolutely. So what is happening is Alexandra is driving the Ducati directly at one of these men.
Understood. I feel it.
And at the last possible moment is going to just jump off backwards.
Okay.
Because Alexandra does not have respect for material possessions.
Understood.
Beyond how good are they at killing someone?
So this agent is going to roll their physical pool to try and dodge out of the way of a careening Ducati.
They will have a -2 to their dice pool as it is a moving vehicle. Doopy doopy doo.
Fun. Love it. So they'll be essentially rolling 2 dice.
Woo!
I believe I do -2 if it's minus and not
Yes.
plus. Okay, here we go.
And then I'm guessing you would like me to make a drive roll. Yeah. That makes sense. Oh boy. Yeah. So can I make an argument for strength drive because she's driving this at someone, or do you believe this is much more of a feeling of finesse?
This is more finesse.
Gotcha.
I would say it's more if she was throwing the Ducati at someone, I would say it'd be strength, but she's just driving it into them.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem. All right.
It takes a lot of strength to drive a motorcycle.
Sometimes you gotta bitch slap somebody with a Ducati.
Listen. All right. Listen, if this was a vampire, then yes.
Yes.
But
this was Esther.
Yeah. But yeah. And yeah, no, there's definitely no mods for that. So let's just see what happens.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was.
Oh, she crit.
Is that a crit?
Yeah, she crit.
Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6 over there 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4
and how much? Let's see. I'm just trying to see damage for. Okay. I would say
Wait,
that
Serena, make up the damage for a motorcycle.
Could I argue? Yeah, could I argue the damage of a motorcycle is at bare minimum the equivalent of like
plus 3, like right? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, +3 or +4, just a massive two-handed weapon. It does say the +4 is generally for two-handed weapon is like oversized.
But also
weapons.
like it says +4 is like a claymore or a steel beam.
Okay,
so I would say I'm gonna put it at +3 because it's not like if it was a +4, it would take a lot more for Alexander. I'm gonna say +3.
Okay, cool.
So it's 4, 5, 6. So 7. I mean, is it aggravated or is it? I feel. What would this be?
I mean, I feel like if anything is aggravated, it's a vehicle.
Yeah, that's
But
very
humans
true.
aren't supposed to be hit by
Humans are not.
vehicles.
Yeah, humans are not supposed to get hit by vehicles. So that's 7 aggravated damage.
What's the
Four of that turn to superficial, I believe, because of their
Yeah.
armor.
So
what's the
that's
nickname
still,
in hospital in ERs for motorcycles?
I don't know.
I
There's a
do not
specific
know.
nickname for them.
Not that I'm aware.
I do not know. I am not in the medical profession.
Mhm.
Organ donors?
That's probably it. Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, so yeah, just immediately Alexandra just comes, revs the Ducati at full speed, and then jumps back, briefcase in hand,
Yep.
as the Ducati just plows into this guy's leg. He can't walk. Like still walking away, like even converting that damage, he still walks. He still has 2 aggravated wounds. His leg is broken, and he will have to spend his turn like pushing the Ducati off of him.
He has 3 aggravated wounds.
He does. Hold on, because it's 7.
Yep.
4 of that was. You're right. You're right. I'm cute. I can't do math.
I got you.
His leg's
So,
off.
Yeah, 3 ag. Yeah,
yeah.
The
No.
leg's gone.
the moment
was
that happened where he just goes into him, and just legs flip out from under him, horrible crack noise on the ground,
Horrible
him screaming in pain.
noise.
Alexander just goes, ah! Severin! Severin, did you see that?
Yeah.
She's like,
3
ah, sit down! And she's like immediately like super stoked that worked.
Amazing. I love it.
Jesus.
So Severin, you are up. Yeah. See, yeah, you would. It could be very quickly going down like a main street and then coming back up another alley to get into here. Absolutely, you can. Go ahead. God.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Both the ghouls critten.
Listen.
Listen, we don't need to be effective at combat. It just has to be Wraith and the ghouls.
Okay, so that's 4,
All we gotta worry about.
5, 6. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. All right. So again, that's 7 successes from a fucking gun. So it's 7. Let's see. Handgun is also a +3. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10 aggravated wounds. 4 of that is yeah, no. Severin just outright just 2 shots and just right through the head, and the agent falls dead. That's yeah.
It's a good verb.
I got Ducati. Holy
Yeah.
fucking shit. Yeah. Excellent job. Yeah, understood. Alrighty then. So the agent's turn. Already one of their numbers is dead. They lost track of one of you. They don't know there was Clyde. Clyde was never in the picture. So what is going to happen is that the one that's facing you, Marcus, is going to try and because they don't know anything about you, they're gonna take out like a electrified like baton like out of their like supplied belt, flick it out like a police baton, and it starts cracking with electricity. And they're going to hit you with it. It will just be their melee.
They're going
skill.
to try.
They will go. Yes, they are going to try. So it's just their melee. Here, no secondary attribute. I don't Okay, I guess I'll just pick their strength then. I'll just modify it because it keeps asking me for a secondary modifier. Well, I could just here's what I'll do. I'll change this one so it matches their dice pool. So they have 5 in melee. There we go. I'll just exit their dexterity real quick.
It's
it'll
trying.
roll
Roll 20
5
is
dice.
trying real hard. It's not
It is.
designed for
It's-
this.
They don't make sheets specifically for mortals and ghouls. They only make sheets for vampires. So you gotta finagle where you can. Oh, they crit! I don't know if that'll help or not. So that's 5 successes. Does
So
Matt
that'd
use-
be strength plus brawl defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't
That
roll any
can't-
dice.
Doing it
dude.
again.
Yeah.
No, it's doing it again.
Yeah.
Make
Mhm.
sure
See.
that you don't have like if your modifiers come up, make sure that if it's like a plus or anything, you don't have like a plus symbol. That it's just the
It's
number.
just the number.
Okay.
See if
Yeah,
that changes.
yeah.
it.
The moment you put a plus in, the algorithm goes, nah!
It gets very scared.
There you
There it is. All right, so that's 3 successes. Are you wanting to?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a willpower.
Understood.
All right. Remember, you can just hit the willpower reroll button.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So 4.
1. So that's that matches their tie, I believe.
No, they got
Four.
With their
5.
crit?
Oh, they got 5. Oh, yep. Sorry, I thought they're so they do get 1. Unfortunately, electricity does
I'm good
nothing
against
to
vamp.
dead. It does nothing against dead bodies. It's almost like these guys don't know what they're actually fighting up against. So you take 2 superficial damage, reduced by 1. So you take 1 superficial damage as he just kind of tries to whack you across the face.
Just fucking. Just-
Yeah, seeing that the electricity did not incapacitate you, he is immediately panicking. Excellent.
Captain, they're on BCP. They're all on.
Mhm. All right, so that's that one's turn.
Start eating
The-
faces.
Yeah, the rooftop guys are going to. Well, one is going to try and take a shot at you, Donovan.
Okay.
I'm assuming the one that he shot at.
Yeah.
No.
So it's just their firearms.
Mhm.
No modifiers. Well, Donovan, would you like to try to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in cover. I would
Yeah.
like to make a Dex Athletics. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
bad at it, but I mean, I have 2 dots in athletics, but my Dex
Mm-hmm.
is not great. Here we go.
They didn't set the bar that high.
It's not.
2 successes.
2 successes. Yeah, you very quickly tuck into the side of the building as the rain of bullets kind of cause dust to spark up again as it like breaks the concrete. But they do not get you. So that's
Checking
that
my
one's
suit.
turn.
Yeah, we're good.
They're very disrespectful. So the second rooftop sniper is going to try and aim for Alexandra because she just rode a Ducati into a dude.
Ducati to do,
Uh,
yeah.
Ducati to dude. All right. So
That makes sense.
second silent shot. 4 successes.
All right, 4 successes. All right, so she
Hmm.
will make a Dex Athletics with a -2 because she is
Mhm.
out in the open.
Yep.
Doot. 3 successes.
Yeah. So she will be. So they have a -1 to their thing because.
You know what? I'm gonna spend a willpower for Alexandra.
Okay.
And it's only 1, but it's all she needs. So
I gotcha.
Yeah, I would be really great for her not to get. I mean, she's got armor and shit, but like, and a lot of health. But like,
Mhm.
it's fine. It's fine.
She's got to protect
it's
her
your
body.
baby ghoul.
It's my baby ghoul. Hey! Oh, and now it's a crit.
That's a crit. So please describe to me how Alexandra dodges these bullets.
Oh, I can tell you exactly what she does.
yes.
Because it's a sniper, right? Who like
Mm,
lining up a shot. So
Yeah.
what happens as he lines up a shot directly Alexandra, and she's like whooping and hawing about Ducatiing someone,
Mhm.
which I'm sure she's been like telling Severin about for a while.
It's what she's
but
always
Oh,
wanted to do.
she's like, I'm going to
have
do it.
wrecked 3 Ducati trying to do this. This time
This
I
time
got it.
I'm going to do it. Watch me, Severin. Meanwhile, Severin's like on coming around the other side of the apron. But yeah, the moment the guy like trains his sight on Alexandra and he's about to pull the trigger, Alexandra just turns and looks at him directly down the fucking scope and just says like in Russian, like, you don't have the balls. And just like and just cocks directly to her right.
Just scared him into missing. Listen, if any ghoul could do it, it'd be the ghoul of
Precisionia.
Listen, it'd be the ghoul of Aventru to scare a professional sniper into missing. All right. So the fourth one, who's not out of commission and who's the one harrowed by the ghost, is going to pull a device out of his pocket and start fiddling with it. And I'm going to need all of my kindred, all of you, to make a wits awareness roll.
I'm inside a building, so I don't.
You are
think-
inside a building, so yeah, Seraphima, you will not be
Not
able
our
to
not
see
our
it.
ghouls.
Your ghouls can make it in place of you.
Cool.
Okay.
I will 100% do that because this is what she's for.
All right, 2,
She my bodyguard.
3.
Uh,
for
is
Severin.
okay. Is this awareness count as threats?
Yes, 100%.
Excellent. Then she has a specialty in that. Do 4.
Okay, so Wraith and Alexandra, you see a small black drone kind of slowly coming up and hovering over the scene. It's like it's a recording one, not like a plane drone coming in to like drop something on you.
Yeah,
It looks like basically about the size of one of those package delivery drones. It looks like that, but it looks like it just has a singular camera, and it looks like it's just watching the
Fuck
field.
you, Amazon.
So that's what they do. All right, so that's all of the agent's turn because the one who got Ducati'd has multiple aggravated wounds and can do nothing.
And Severin killed another one.
And Severin killed another one. Yes, Jesse, you were raising your hand.
I'm not sure how it's going to react to Wraith.
Oh, the drone or the
the camera. on
Here's
The camera,
or the remote.
specifically.
Well, yeah.
Here's the thing.
You're gonna look
It's
spooky.
not like Dresden Files where you're a wizard and you hex technology you're around.
No, I understand that one.
Yeah, if so, you know from Clyde telling you, you still get picked up by technology, but your image is distorted and weird. So most people who look at it know that like there's probably a malfunction with the technology, but people like Clyde and who know what to look for is like that's a fucking Lasombra. It's not going to like completely erase your image from any recorded device. It just makes it distorted and weird. Oh, I got you. I didn't know. I was just explaining for those watching who didn't understand.
I wasn't sure if you were talking about the drone or if you were talking about the remote that he was fiddling with.
I might just take the remote from him.
Yeah, can do that. All right, so we're back at the top of the Kindred round with Mark with Wraith.
Okay, so this time I am going to
So you still have one in front of you who's trying to like
Yeah.
zap you with an electrified baton. The young man who has the remote that controls the droid is kind of like the next spot alleyway over. It's still within your vast ability to reach him if you so desired.
I think I'm going to try and do this one.
Mm-hmm. Shadow cloak. Okay. That masks their appearance or seems more sinister. So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to kind of fade out of sight or are you trying to intimidate them?
I'm trying to intimidate the one that's in front of me.
Okay. So go ahead and I will, just as a reminder, because I think this is you showing very obvious displays of your discipline powers, because
Yes.
this
But
is
if there are no witnesses left,
this is
Yeah.
very true. I will just say
We also
that
don't
you
notice
do
that
know.
feed is live.
Yeah, you do
This
know,
is true,
Rafe.
too.
Rafe, you are a very intelligent man
Yeah.
and a in life. You were a paranoid, corrupt cop.
Alright,
You don't
that's
know if that
perfectly
device
fine.
is recording.
I am
So,
just going to
You should just
instead.
kill this
Yeah.
man by putting your hand through his
I
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't want to give consequences to character choices without letting you know what those consequences were. So,
Yeah, just Kalima this man immediately.
Hungrier.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
Ooh, what hunger does that put you at, Rafe?
3.
3? Okay. Roll. So go ahead and make that a strength roll. Strength brawl, because I believe you were just barehanding it.
Yeah, and remember, you don't add your prowess to the roll.
It just gets
It's,
added on
it's
after.
on the damage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now that's are you happy with 4, or would you
I
like
am
to
happy
roll?
with 4.
Okay, you're happy with 4. So he's definitely going to try and dodge. Excuse me. So it'll just be his strength. We will submit his physical pull, I should say.
Mhm.
2. So all right, so that's 2 plus, I believe, if you've activated your prowess, it would be
Another 2.
another 2. So that's 4 aggravated,
Mhm.
reduced. Hold on,
2.
because I need to double check. Lethal body also ignores armor, does it not?
A degree of armor, I believe.
1
So-
degree of armor.
Okay.
Okay, so then he should have at least 1 aggravated from the first time I hit him.
Yeah, so you ignore. Yeah, so I'll add another aggravate. I'll add an aggravated for that. But he still took 4 superficial. So make sure that's added up. So he took. So that's 4, which is so another aggravated. So it's 3 superficial then, because you ignore that 1 level of armor.
Per potence level. So that's 2.
Fun! Way more fun.
Oh shit! Okay.
Way more fun. Okay.
So
So he
let
has
me do
2 ag, 2 superficial plus this.
Okay, 2
Which would
ag.
be another 2 ag and 2 superficial.
Yeah,
So
no,
4 and
he's
4.
so actually because going back on top of that, yeah, you didn't messy crit. So I'm going to say you describe to me how you lethal body though. Describe to me how you dispose of this, knowing that your fists do brutal damage to it. I'm not going to do anything like super horrific because you didn't crit.
I
But
take
you
my
just-
hand and flat palm it against his face, gripping his head and slamming his head into the wall.
Okay, there's definitely a portion of the wall that spiderwebs and cracks behind him, and you get the sweet satisfaction of his very high caloric blood just sitting there, because I believe you have bloodhound, correct? Right?
1 second. Yes, I do.
Yeah. So this is high adrenaline blood, and it is wonderfully painting the walls, and it kind of excites you a bit. Yeah, he is dead.
And I just turn and look at the guy with the controller.
Wonderfully done. All right, Seraphima, you
Up the stairs.
you make it to the top of the steps, and you kind of open the rooftop door. The rooftop sniper
Yeah,
doesn't seem to
we're
notice
we're
you.
trying to continue with like partial stealth, so whatever the
I
2
gotcha.
assisted me.
Yeah. So you've made it to the roof. He doesn't seem to notice. He seems to be more concerned about the woman who threw a motorcycle at another guy. That seems to be his
Cool.
preoccupied thoughts.
I didn't
why?
see it. I don't know this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Heard a loud crash though.
Probably. I've heard multiple crashes. Yeah, I think that she's gonna make her way up to him
Mhm.
and because he hasn't noticed her, I think that she's going to mesmerize the bastard.
Okay, so you'll need to get his attention. Like, you'll need to call attention to yourself because you need to make eye contact. With
Yeah,
mesmerizing.
it also says no roll is required against an unprepared mortal victim. So it's like I can get there and I can get his attention, but do you want me to roll?
I will say yes because he's in a heightened state.
Yeah,
that's what I
like,
figured. I just wanted to
aggression.
clarify that it said that, but it made more sense if I had to roll.
He is prepared.
Right, he is prepared, right? He's not
He's very
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not
what I
prepared.
he's in a life or death situation. An unprepared mortal is some dude at a
Okay,
bar,
so
right?
he has to do intelligence resolve versus my
Gotcha.
manipulation dominate.
Which will be just his mental pool, which is, as you can guess it, not the best.
Okay, so
Yeah, mortals.
dun, dun, dun. Are you gonna play nice with me, Sheet? Are you?
Don't
No,
forget to make
no,
a
you're
rouse
not.
check for mesmerize.
Aaron, you can find buttons. Yes, you can.
I believe in you.
Hungry.
Yep.
Up.
Hunger.
Okay, so you're being a butt face, which is great. That was just my dominate. Oh, that's lovely. Give me a hot second. I just do it like right by the power, right? And then it'll give me an option.
You should be able to because you should be able to
Nope,
have like a little.
it doesn't want me
drop-down
to. This is great.
Oh.
Okay, so instead, we will. Come here.
Normally, right back to the discipline, you should be able to pick your.
Hold on. We'll just manually plug in manipulation.
Man, he is too powerful.
Yeah.
There we go.
3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you beat his 1. So you're able to pull his attention in the midst of this chaos for him. And what would you like to tell him what to do? Because now his eyes are fully on you.
Would it be possible for me to like make him sleep? Or something? No, I don't think so. I think that's a different ability kind of a thing.
That is in the
That's a different thing.
animalism system.
Yeah.
Yes. You can issue a complex instructions that must be carried out immediately.
Yeah, but if it goes against the victim's nature, it also requires such a contest, or do we consider I just won that contest?
I will say this was depending on what it is. Like if it's a life or death situation,
I want him to shoot the other sniper.
Let me double check.
Does he hate this guy?
Well, to be honest, against nature, I mean, if these guys murder people professionally, especially innocent people, turning on their own guys, I feel like isn't against these people's nature.
It is not. Yeah, it's not within their own nature. Not at all. Like.
Or can I see like the drone or something up here? Because like I want that shit out.
I will say you will need. I will say you're concentrating because you have to maintain focus on the mesmerize. You do not have time to spot the drone right now.
That's fine.
So issuing the order for him to shoot his comrade is not against his nature because there are multiple times where agents are compromised and they send other agents after them. So yeah, is that your issued order?
Yeah, that's my issued order.
Okay, yeah. His eyes glaze over. He turns, holds up the sniper rifle, aiming at the other rooftop area, and just fires. Because that's how scary Dominate is.
Yep. All the fun stuff.
Let's do Dex, because I zeroed out the Dex option, yeah. Because it's just firearms.
I mean, it's on their turn or now?
I will say it's now because it has to be carried out immediately as per the mesmerization rules.
And that is
without-
not a crit. So just
Okay.
for your reference, that he just did.
Yeah. So that's 2. Dun, 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 dun.
I would argue that guy was surprised
Oh, 100%.
that he wasn't expecting his
So-
friend to fucking shoot him.
Yeah. Good point. So I will say, so he only needed to beat a 1. He got 2, so that's 2 with 3 aggravated.
Well, a sniper rifle does 4 damage.
That's right, but it does. Okay, but it's lowered by 1 because they're using silencers.
Yes.
So it's 3. So that's 4. So it's 4 aggravated turn to 4 superficial.
I'm softening him up for you, Clyde.
So let's see. That is 1, 2, 3.
Appreciate
Clyde,
that.
just Clyde invisibly just starts choking someone out, and everyone's like, Phil, what's wrong?
Phil.
Yeah.
Phil.
You need a lozenge, Phil.
After,
I don't know why they're Australian.
After he fires, he blinks. It's like, "What the fuck did you do to me, bitch?" Because the mesmerization ends
Yep,
after
yep.
the order is done.
That's fine.
All right, that is your turn, though.
Open left hand.
All right,
Seraphima. Hidden right
Donovan,
hand.
you are up.
Clyde. Hidden boot.
Like Donovan, you watched as the sniper who was aiming at you, like just gets shot from the other rooftop, and you do see Seraphima's beautifully coiffed blonde hair.
Yeah, he's just like, huh. I think at this point, since the guy is kind of distracted,
Mhm.
Donovan's going to take this opportunity to go for a headshot.
Okay.
I'm going to make a called shot, which means they don't get to apply their armor if I hit them.
Okay. I believe that also puts you at a -2.
Yep, it is a -2 to my roll, but I feel pretty confident in it.
I believe in you.
It's just myself. He also seems pretty distracted now.
Yeah.
You're Australian now?
I'm
And now
very
we're all
Australian now.
now we're all doing restricting, yeah.
I don't I don't know what's going on. All right, so that's -2. Bippity boppity boop. 2 degrees of success. Yeah, I mean, can't really get much more than that.
Okay, so they're going to attempt to roll their physical dice to move out of the way, but they lose. It'll still be at a -2 because they kind of had to roll out of cover. They have to reposition themselves because now they're getting
Cool.
friendly fired.
Nice.
So
Chaos of a
no
firefighter.
Yep.
Trying.
So -2.
Fantastic.
Unfortunate. So
So that is going to be 2 plus 4 for my gun. So that
Yep.
is 6 aggravated because they don't get to apply any of their armor.
So even in their helmets, you just miss. Coming up as the helmet cracks open from the force of your bullet as he falls dead on the rooftop. Yes. Unfortunate. Leaving
Clyde, come to me.
Gotcha. Clyde just soars
Yeah.
down to Seraphim.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can jump
Me.
over the alley, but
Yeah, Clyde, you're invisible, but you get a little bit of delicious blood just splattered on your face a little bit. And
Delicious.
God, if you don't feel like a music video girl.
Oh, so fun. Dancing in the blood rain, so fun.
Was it video vixen as well?
All right, Clyde, you're up. The
Okay.
sniper that you were going after just head exploded.
All
And
right.
Seraphima's getting harassed by another guy.
Definitely.
Well, we
needs
can't.
help.
We can't have that. How close is he to the edge of the building?
I will say it's your one soaring leap. You'll be able to jump the alleyway to like get to this other rooftop that he's top of.
Okay. No one else is on top of the building with me, right? It was just that one guy.
Just
Okay.
the one guy.
Yeah, I will. I'll put still up. I'll soaring leap to the other guy.
are you going to
Seraphim
soar and
was mind
tackle, or are
controlling.
you going to soar and land?
Ooh, should I soar and tackle?
So
I
you'll
saw-
be able to. You'll successfully make the leap just with soaring leap. If you want to tackle him, it'll be strength athletics or strength brawl. Strength brawl.
Okay. Yeah. I don't
And you are roused.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a
Yeah,
surprise?
I am roused, so it should be okay.
It will
Is
be
it-
a surprise. You only need to make one success.
Okay,
'Cause
I'll try.
he literally
I am
cannot
so
see
roused,
you.
and yeah, my strength
Got
is up.
willpower
Sure.
if you need it.
Mhm.
Yep, here we go.
My secret. My secret.
Dun, dun.
Hey,
good.
that's
Hey,
what
you
I
do it.
needed. There we go.
Seraphina,
Great.
the agent is leveled his gun at you, ready to fire at you because he doesn't know what you
And-
did, and then you just see his like. If you've ever seen someone bend in momentum by their waist for like to the side, it is very strange because you do not see Clyde as Clyde just makes full contact with him.
So, Clyde, because what you mentioned earlier, are you
Mm-hmm.
are you throwing him off the side?
Or are you just trying to grab him?
If he was on another roof, I kind of wanted to push him off the roof.
Okay. I'm just gonna say because he can't see you and you just collided with him. Yeah, he kind of just fall. You just
Bye.
launch him off the roof. Good God.
Cool.
You just hear a very and then a horrible, sickening crack as he lands like on his back on the concrete. And 3 stories, not enough to kill you, but enough to where anyone who sees
You're not doing much else.
yeah, you just see his limbs kind of twitching and
Cool.
where his mouth exposed, he'd be trying to say something, but no coherent words are coming out.
Yeah,
So
if I heard any grunts of Clyde, like from like that I recognize as Clyde, I just like hold a hand up for like a high five kind of a thing
Air 5. Yeah.
Invisible high
Just
five.
feel the high five.
because I can't see him. It's like
So the only
he here?
one left is the agent who has control of the drone, and it's still Eli. It is your turn. After Clyde pushed the dude off a fucking roof.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
kill him with guilt.
So I'm not with one dot, and I'm not very proficient in firearms.
Mhm,
I'm not confident in my ability to shoot to the drone out of the sky.
mhm.
But ghosts can affect electrical equipment.
That's very
um,
true.
So can I poke my head around the car and address the angry ghost woman? And just kind of like shout at her, just, if you really want to fuck with his day, you should probably help disable that drone.
Go ahead and make me a charisma persuasion.
Do I get a bonus because I'm telling her to fuck with his day specifically?
I'm going to say you're able to make this because you can see
Because I can
her.
see her.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
4 successes. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. You see her eyes kind of like look up at the drone, and you just see her drift up, hands fully extended, and she kind of disappears into the drone, and you see it spark and crackle and hiss before it starts just lazily in a circle, just kind of falling down to the ground. And he's just like, the agent's just like, fuck, trying to fix it with the
Battery's
controller.
gone.
Yeah.
The battery on the camera is being drained.
Alrighty, excellently done, Eli.
I give I give like a 2 thumbs up in the direction of the drone.
Excellent. All right. So after the Kindred, it's the ghoul's turn.
Yeah.
There's only one
Alexandra.
dude left.
Yeah, it's Alexandra. Well, because there's only one person left,
Mhm.
and he could see his whole team is dead, and Alexandra's just been out the whole time. Alexandra just looks at this guy, walks directly up to him, pulls from underneath her her waistband a sawn-off shotgun, and then just levels it at his throat, and goes, "Okay, fly boy, I would put the gun down if you want to live through the next 5 minutes. Your team is dead." And yeah, she's going to try and intimidate him to just fucking surrender.
Yeah.
She will also activate her her daunt to do this.
Ooh,
Terrifying.
venture fucking ghouls, man.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that dice pool for Alexandra.
Cool.
6-foot beefy as hell Russian woman.
So
With a shotgun.
could I argue
Mhm.
the use of composure intimidation because of how deadly calm this woman has been through the entirety of combat, and that's very scary. Because normally people aren't calm in a firefight.
She
That's
was just
very
decidedly
true.
jumping up and down.
I'm going to say that it's still manipulation,
Sure.
but you can use manipulation firearms, but still include the presence dot.
That's worse. That's a lot worse, actually.
Understood.
I would prefer to use intimidation.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not good at shooting things. She just that's why she has a shotgun.
That's
Mhm.
7.
Yeah, I will do manipulation intimidation then.
Mhm.
Or I guess I guess it's manipulation. And then I'll
Yeah,
add one
because you're
from
trying
the,
to.
yeah,
Well,
get him.
because you're not coercing it. You would
It's
be.
she has the exact same. It doesn't
Okay then.
matter to me. So yeah, here we go. I don't think I have a I only have a no. Cool. Here we go. One from Daunt. 3.
3 successes. All right. So
Also using a supernatural power to terrify people.
you are using a supernatural power. I'm going to roll his mental pool and to see what he does, because
does he have any minuses because all of his friends were murdered in front of him in 5 seconds? And none of us are even harmed? And
That's very
we're completely
true.
surrounding him, and he has absolutely no chance of getting out of this alive.
Yeah, that's very true, but that's not. It's more.
I don't know what
about-
he's got. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, it's very true.
I'm poking.
So-
I'm just poking.
Let's
every
just
angle I
roll.
can.
No,
and then-
there's
then
no
modifiers
minuses, but
can be
it
applied.
will say yeah. So let me roll his mental pool here. 0. Okay, he's too terrified to pull the grenade.
Good job, bud.
So
The
yeah,
grenade.
he just
Holy shit.
lowers. Yeah, he would, if he rolled high enough resolve, he would pull the pin on a grenade and blown up himself and Alexandra. So he raises his hands very slowly, not sure what sort of shit he's gotten himself into. And this is where we'll end the combat round.
You're about to find out.
Go, go.
Great.
Holy shit.
Is when humans fuck around with Kindred.
Fantastic. Yeah, well then Donovan will just come over and put his gun away and just pat Alexandra on her shoulder and go, very good. Is he like crouched behind something still with his hands up?
Yeah, no, he's well, depends. Would Alexandra had made him get on his knees, or he would have been standing? So it's
yeah, I guess she would have made him stand up.
okay. Yeah, he's stood up, like back against the wall, so he can't like book and run.
Yeah.
Shotgun pointed leveled at him.
Can I go over to the drone, like try to keep myself out of the camera,
100%.
and just be like, thank you, miss. That was very, very well done. Very excellent. You can come out now if you'd like. We are about to you might want to be present to watch this happen. I think you'll find it satisfying.
You see, slowly kind of apparating out of the drone is that young woman. And you see now she is wearing a hospital gown. But you see the very distinct grouping of bullet holes in her chest. She doesn't say anything.
I think you'll find the proceedings very satisfying indeed.
Yeah, Donovan just comes up and goes, hello, and just will reach over and like unclip his helmet and just take his helmet off completely and pull like his balaclava down.
Yeah.
What does this boy look like? Tell me what he looks like.
He's mid-20s. He looks to be like definitely spent his time probably raised in like Idaho or something. A lot of like windburn, chafing a little bit.
Gotcha.
Dark hair, dark eyes, not average. Like he's a face you would forget very easily.
Great. Yeah. If he's got like a he's just got like the radio.
like,
Yeah.
full
Cool.
radio and
I
everything.
just like immediately will pull it out and just
Yep,
like
yep.
rip out some batteries and throw it on the
Mhm.
ground and anything so in case he has some kind of open channel or something that's
Mhm.
just not going to be a thing. And Donovan goes, great. Basically we'll probably just ask Alexandra to like zip tie his hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she pulls out opens up the briefcase, pulls out a pair of zip ties, and
Yep. Cool. And then Donovan will just immediately grab the back of his dark hair to get his eyes open more,
Mhm.
and just immediately have compel and just go, tell me your name.
Mhm. Yeah. He let's see. So this is it's not that hard of a contest, but he
Sure.
is keeping his eyes shut very tightly as Eli's coming closer. Because Donovan, no one else sees it, but Eli, you do notice that as the ghost is coming closer, he seems to spot her and he shuts his eyes very tight. So for you to use Donovan, you just don't see the ghost at all.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't see ghosts.
Eli having
so-
a very animated discussion, like talking to nothing.
Yeah, so
don't
I'm
think
going
it's
to
weird.
say it's going to be to force him to like open his. Well, you could either use your charisma and dominate versus his mental pool, or you can apply. Someone else can apply like their strength or such to force his eyes open. But he is.
I'll do charisma dominate.
Okay. He will roll his mental pool because the moment Eli got closer, he did not want to open his eyes. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Two.
Yeah. Yeah, you open his you force his eyes open. He's like and he opens them and I mean just plain normal brown eyes. This guy is so boring looking.
Cool. Once again, compel.
Yep.
Like, tell me your name.
Archie.
Tell me your full name.
Archie Hagen.
Tell me how many living family members you have, Archie Hagen. And this is all compelled. This is not just him me being friendly. This is me fully
just
dominating,
forcing him. Yeah,
yeah.
He just 25.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Midwestern families.
boy.
Yeah.
What
Midwestern family.
Yeah.
Midwestern
The fact
fucking
that he
families.
knew the number. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Family reunions, guys. Do you not have you been to a Midwestern family?
Cool. Like, tell me if you have a sister.
I have a sister.
Tell me your sister's name. You don't have to make it. I'm setting
he's
a tone
trying.
here.
He's trying to not say it. That's just that's the vibe I'm trying to get. His
Excellent.
mouth is moving on its own, because he knows he's like saying it, but his sister's name is Rebecca.
Like, what's Rebecca's address?
He gives you the address. She
Great.
lives in the Midwest.
Great. And then Donovan goes, do you understand what's going on right now, Archie? And that's not compelled. That's me now talking to him.
Yeah, he glares at you. I understand.
Good. I think now either you can tell me about why you are here, and something can happen, and you can see the sunrise, or you're still going to tell me everything I want to know, and then you're not.
Yeah, you're just gonna do whatever you want anyway, even if I tell you anything. That's what all of you fucking do.
Do like, so he's like obviously looking at me now. Did I notice that he closed his eye? Because like that would mean a lot to me if he closed his eyes when I got close to him, because that would mean, oh, he knows about vampires. But if it's because I noticed him closing about looking near Eli, do I notice that specifically?
Yeah, you notice when Eli got closer, he shut his eyes like immediately.
Okay, cool. I think when he says that, he's gonna turn and stare over at Eli, and I want to look at him, and I'm gonna angle his head towards like directly at Eli and like around that area. Like again, like he's just a thing, and I'm just trying to see its response. Yeah.
He's fine with looking at Eli, but he's deliberately trying to like move his eyes.
Is his eyes avoiding an area?
Yeah, it looks like to be right directly over like Eli's like right shoulder.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep moving his head towards that area, and if his eyes keep darting away, I go, what's wrong, Archie? Seeing things?
None of your fucking business, blank body.
I look directly at Eli. I go, what is he looking at?
A woman that he killed. Do you even remember her name? What did she even do?
She was hiding the location. Yeah, she was hiding the location of a blank body.
Uh-huh. And what was her name?
Doesn't matter. She was a assignment.
Oh, but it must matter to you because you won't look her in the face and you see her. People don't see things that don't matter.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You all play mind games or whatever the fuck. I've seen it before.
I will block his vision of her, and look directly in the eyes and go, tell me the name of the girl you shot, Archie. I compel.
Yep. Yeah. Her name was Hannah. Hannah Day.
Tell me why her death haunts you.
Because she didn't die.
Like, did you feel anything? Tell me, did you feel anything when you killed her, Archie?
Just that her and things like you who don't fucking die when they're supposed to need to be erased from this fucking world.
And we're monsters. He'll just like say very cattily to like the rest of the group.
I imagine Seraphima is overhearing all of this. Is like she's slowly approaching,
descending from the
from the back, and it's like, oh, this could be fun, and just like. If she catches Donovan's
don't you know
eye,
you're in the world of darkness, kid?
Yeah.
Come on.
If she catches Donovan's eye, it's like tag off.
Like, I mean, I'm having fun, but I'm kind of just having some fun. But
no, it's more like an unspoken like.
Yeah, and he'll just be like, "Sure, if you want." Cool. I had a few more questions, but
that's cool. We can get them. That's cool. As she approaches.
Okay.
Kind of like gets up, and it's like kind of like writes his jacket and things like that. It's like, I believe they said your name was Archie. Sorry, I missed most of what was going on.
Yeah, and you see the the visceral hate he had toward Donovan melts away as you it's so weird when creatures who don't need access movement just switch places. It's the perspective from Archie's vision just goes to you, and as all comes up, and he like looks nervous. Like when something good happens to a person who's done terrible things, they're like, what is going on? But he's like, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I was wondering if you could possibly just help answer a few things. As you can see, I'm a little different than just kind of like make a hand gesture. What made you be here tonight? And if I have to, like, I'll do manipulation.
It is
awe
manipulation, persuasion, plus your awe, because, well, Archie.
All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so that will be add presence rating to all things. So an extra 2. That just moved. Okay, manipulation. What skill did you want?
Persuasion. Yeah, persuasion.
Okay.
Can I help you, Nettle?
Always. Kitten can always help.
No.
3. All right. Any spending of willpower? Or
Yeah,
like
why
qualified with 3?
not?
Archie from Idaho.
A total of 4.
4. Yeah, this kid is so young. Like, in comparison to your mind and the way you perceive things, his life is a blip to you. And you see him, the anger just deflate. And he's like, some guy said he would give me and my unit a chance to make things right, that all the bad and terrible things in the world that happened to it was because of fucking blank bodies, and I just wanted a chance to try and make the world safe.
Make what right? Did something go wrong before?
He nods. A blank body came in my house, killed my dad, killed the entire, like, raised on a farm, killed all the livestock, and when my dad went to go see it, just tore him to shreds, and everyone said I was fucking crazy, and I spent years looking for that guy. I got accepted into the feds, and then I met
And then
the
somebody
deacon.
gave you a chance?
Yeah, the deacon.
Interesting.
And he said that everything that, well, not, the government, because, we do things on orders, that he works for a higher power, and that
Hoorah.
everything that, if I just listened to him, and everything that I did would be worth it, because all the terrible shit that happens in the world isn't because of people, it's because of you. Well, not you. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's been rough. I'm assuming your deacon is local, or at least well versed then, if they sent you here.
No, he just knew a lot about Chicago. I don't know, he talks real funny. I think he's from, like, Europe or something.
Does he just go by deacon, or?
That's what he told me to call him. He didn't really give names and stuff. Said it's, like, part of earning trust before he can just give out names, because you all could do a lot with a person's name, so have to be careful.
Huh. Slightly surprising that somebody in Europe has such familiarity with Chicago. Generally, you would think that they'd be interested in, like, New York or Los Angeles or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, he sounded real smart, so I know smart folks know about more stuff. he just said a lot of things that I understood, so I listened.
Good job, Clyde.
Why don't you tell this beautiful young woman everything you possibly could know about the deacon? That's right. I'm combining my compel with her awe.
Yeah, I mean, he has no choice. He's been
Or
he's-
an adventure
Pom
go
pom.
team. Woo!
yeah. There's a reason why they're one of the two most powerful, influential clans in the Camarilla.
Terrible.
Terrible people. But no, he said it describes the deacon to you. He's an older man, probably about in his 60s, but was probably a very well-built 60-year-old. Like, he says his mama would have said he drank milk. Long salt and pepper hair, very big cross that he wore, and he had a very strange tattoo on his forehead. It looked like a flat open palm just at the center of his forehead, like this. And it had an open eye in the center of the palm.
Illuminati confirmed.
We're the Illuminati.
It's us.
No, literally, that's one of the names for the Council of Thorns is the Illuminati.
We all know that Vintru created the Illuminati. Let's not get crazy.
All right.
Da, 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 da.
Would there be anything to roll in order to see? I doubt any of that makes.
Intelligence and occult.
Well, there we go.
Mhm.
I mean, Eli, yeah, you're in a cult, dude.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody wants to
Intelligence
roll, you
occult?
can. Intelligence occult.
Would this be considered under the realm of parapsychology?
No.
No, that's fair.
A
Okay.
1
4.
for me.
4 from
Four.
fucking.
Okay. So, Eli, you've heard of that symbol before.
Oh, uh-huh.
You can't remember where it's from, but you know it was when you were first learning about your blood ritual. It was first learning about your blood sorcery. So you probably have to go back to the chantry to find it again.
That's some chantry nonsense.
At least that's where that's the last time you remember seeing it.
Mhm.
And I will say with 4 successes, you know that it is a marking of supplication to the divine.
Mhm.
It is the open palm is the submission, and the eye is the ever watching grace. That's what
Okay.
you do remember, but you just can't remember what it's for. So you need
Yeah,
to do.
that's-
Yeah.
some
And I think for Donovan can take over the questioning, but
Yeah.
Seraphima offers to hold his hands and it's like it's okay, just deep breaths, kind of a thing, kind of but it's one of those consent for hand holding. It's like I'm not gonna touch you unless you're okay.
He definitely he takes your hand. You're very pretty. Trying to do that thing where grown men try not to cry, but he's barely holding it together.
Yeah.
While
So
they're
I am the
turning-
vehicle, you are the voice.
While they are turning Archie's brain into soup,
Yeah.
under their combined power, can I talk to Hannah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make the motion as if I'm offering my hand out to her, and just
You
So-
can't feel her hand.
yeah. But I think she'll appreciate the gesture. Ghosts are people too, and just sure,
Yeah, vampires
Just
are people
is-
too.
absolutely
Sure. You definitely are.
still up and moving.
Sans pulse, but sure.
Semantics. As it says. So, Hannah, yeah? Do you have any family remaining? Someone who would want to know what happened at least a little bit of what happened.
Yeah. Hannah opens her mouth, and the only words that come out of it are, "I don't know anything. Stop, you're hurting me."
Oh, my darling. Oh, my dear, my poor dear. How much of you is left in there?
"I don't know what you're talking about. Stop, you're hurting me."
Oh, There's really only one way to find out, isn't there? But you listened to me. You followed directions. There's something left. Wraith. Can you come and be near me for a second? Because I might do something potentially stupid.
Okay. I'll go over to Eli and I will be ready.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
who's there?
Because with Eli, potentially stupid can mean anything.
I'm going to
Wide
try and scry the soul on Hannah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try and get a picture of try and get an idea of the things that she's seen while following him around.
Okay.
So
So
I
go
will
ahead and
browse
roll that point
again.
for me.
Oh, I don't get hungrier. Thank you. Oh, thank
Yay!
you. Um, it'll have to be it. That'll have to be it.
Okay. So
If
3 successes.
it'll give me some kind of picture. Maybe it'll
All
give me
right.
some extra information.
So that is enough. And as
Yeah.
there is an instant, you don't feel pain the way you used to when your body was mortal, but since you were embraced into the children of the moon, you have become hyper aware of when one's mental fortifications are ripped to
Mhm.
sunders. And scrying Hannah's ghost, this imprint of what she was, your mind is immediately assaulted with the last minutes that she had, which is the fear of being held down and yelled at and questioned over something she genuinely did not understand, and the pain of being murdered. You are able to push beyond that pain and that confusion and that hurt to the moments before that. She is walking through the halls of a very well lit, very clean hospital, and you see her talking to someone that you immediately know she trusts this individual. And Eli, with your life experience, you seem to looking around the office, this is a psychiatrist, a therapist office.
Okay.
Seems to be that she is getting help, and there is relief and safety here in this room with this individual that she's speaking to. And you see, leaving this room, there is trepidation and fear and pain, because you see her going back to her room, and you see a young man. He just looks very handsome-ish. He looks mixed of some kind, but he has wavy hair that's cut very short. He has on a like leather jacket, t-shirt, jeans, and like high tops. And he's sitting in her room and talking with her, and she seems happy with this young man. And Eli, go ahead and give me, while you're in this moment of Scry the Soul, give me a wits and awareness roll.
I am not that bad at that. 2.
You see very briefly, when the young man is talking to Hannah, a flash of fangs. It's very briefly that you see it.
She had a paramour.
And you see then the door to her hospital room open, and it's Newberry. And a very large, well-built nurse in the classic teal scrubs. And Newberry comes in smiling, and you can't really hear the words, you're just experiencing the sensation. As Newberry comes in talking to this young man, and Newberry says something that makes the young man stand up, and like he's about to hit Newberry, before the nurse comes over, grabs Hannah by her throat and holds her down in the hospital bed. And you feel the spike of fear and unknowing and unsure, and Hannah's trying to push off the nurse, but he is lock-armed holding her down, almost supernaturally so.
Right.
And Newberry is talking to this young man, and he's just frantically looking between Hannah and Newberry. And Newberry is saying something to him before Newberry just hands him an envelope.
Mm-hmm.
And the young man just reluctantly takes it. And then before the young man leaves, Newberry snaps his finger, the nurse removes his arm, and Newberry just full back slaps Hannah across the face. And then grabs her and forces her to look him in the eyes, and you see Newberry's incredibly handsome face, his bright green eyes, and you feel everything, experience it through Hannah, her insecurities, her fears, her pain, everything that she knows isn't true, but is physically unable to stop her mind from thinking these thoughts that have made her sick, have caused her health to go down, have even caused things that she no longer wants to remember because she got to a point where she was healthy. But since being here, they have sometimes happened again, and she loses bits of her memory in this man's eyes. All of that rushes in, and she is trapped in her body, unable to move, paralyzed. And you're forced to watch as Newberry takes your only friend and walks him out of your room. Days go by without seeing him again, and then this is when Archie comes in, questioning you, and ended up killing you.
And the bullets.
And you're snapped back out of your vision.
Well, Donovan, do I have a story for you?
Nothing until he's gone. But I'm very excited to hear it. Yeah, I have no context right now, so yeah. Well, Donovan's just I'm just making Archie tell me as much as fucking possible. Like, what is his fucking unit? Like, what?
Yeah,
like
he is. It looks to be he was part of a narcotics division of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, but
are you saying he's DEA?
He was.
Archie was.
Okay.
But this particular what's it called?
He said the deacon recruited him, right?
Yeah. The deacon recruited him, so he got repositioned with this group that are just kind of on a secret operation. Archie doesn't know much. He wasn't the leader of this unit. He just followed orders.
Sure.
But
So
he was able to convince them based on a call they got from an anonymous tip to be here for blank body activity.
Yeah, that's what he mainly wants to know about that stuff.
He doesn't know more than that. That it was just anonymous tip.
Right, but who told him to come here?
You told him to come to Chicago? The deacon.
The deacon. And where is the deacon?
As far as he knows, the last time he spoke with the deacon in person was in Washington.
Okay. And where in Washington was that?
Again,
if you just say like he tells me whatever, like
yeah, he tells you.
Cool.
Field trip to DC.
What? Fuck no. Do you have any idea what the fucking political vampire climate in DC is right now?
I can only fucking imagine.
You cannot pay me to. No, we pass. This is information that is relevant that we can pass on. Okay, cool. And they were expecting to find blank bodies in here, and they got an anonymous tip. And how recent was the anonymous tip?
He said the anonymous tip was maybe like a couple days ago.
A couple days ago. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, this is getting.
Have they killed any other blank bodies? Have they found any other blank bodies?
That's a good
Archie absolutely hasn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never killed a blank, but yeah. Tell me what you were informed of what a blank body is. I think that's the most prevalent information that Donovan's interested after he doesn't have anything else past that.
Yeah, Archie doesn't have much information at all. He just knows that he knew that you were going to be difficult to take out. The deacon said, like, the deacon didn't give him any information. The deacon just said that you all were monsters that could control people and that had a lot of power. And that's all Archie knows.
Okay. I mean, they were told we look like people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I go, tell me how the drone works and what you were doing with it.
He said it connects a live feed to he said it connects a live feed to another source. He just knows how to fly it. He doesn't know how it works.
Legos. Are you telling me that you know how to operate it, but you don't know where to digitally connect the source to? I find that very hard.
He doesn't know where. Yeah, he just shrugs.
He just shrugs?
Yeah, he said he was just told how to operate it. He doesn't know where the video link goes to.
Who receives the video link?
He said that he receives it to the squad leader.
Where? Wait, you don't? Is the rest of your squad in Chicago?
He said no. This was his whole squad. There was just the squad leader that wasn't a part of this operation.
Where is their squad leader?
He said he doesn't know. They never give his location.
Do you know their
There
name?
has to be a dead drop somewhere, right?
There's a dead drop, but he said this agent doesn't give their name.
Doesn't give their name. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Ask him where the dead drop is.
Yeah, I guess if he knows.
Yeah, there's like a blue post box, like mailbox that one of the old official like oval mailboxes that they're supposed to be dropped off to.
Okay, well, if it was live, then he saw his team go down. Luckily, though, we didn't do anything outwardly supernatural on it, so that's good. We didn't like super dodge bullets or anything. So, and so far, everyone's wounds here are just consistent with a firefight.
Yep.
Just gonna see some guy just randomly get knocked from a building.
I mean, it's gonna be dark. It wasn't even angled that way. Like,
yeah.
Okay, cool. Just give me the passwords and how to turn off, on, and like access the shit in the drone.
Yeah, he does.
Excellent. Cool. I am just gonna look at everyone else if there's nothing else, because I'm just gonna straight shoot this kid in the head, because we can't. At this point, we can't exsanguinate him because that's going to be too damning.
So I'm not. Do I get the feeling that if we kill this boy now, that Hannah will move on?
You do. What's your rank in a cult?
4.
Oh shit.
4?
Yeah.
Getting Ghost moving on is something that takes a ritual to do. You know enough about that. If there's not a spiritual like completeness that ghosts have,
Hollywood lied.
Yeah, Hollywood did lie. They are, as far as you are aware of, at least someone like Hannah, their specter is an echo of that lasting moments of her life. Okay. You would have to do a ritual to get her ghost to leave.
Yeah, but still, kind of like make an sort of expansive gesture towards this man, and then like make a motion as if to turn Hannah in his direction so she's looking. I can't touch her. But
you cannot.
It's fire away, Donovan. I don't have any more questions.
Cool, yeah. I'll just like take his sidearm from his holster and then just shoot Archie twice in the head.
Understood. Yeah. You do so. You do not leave fingerprints behind because you are a dead person.
I am indeed. Yep. And then just like toss his firearm.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that was incredibly unhelpful.
What about the one that fell from the building?
Yeah, there's two. There's the
there's two.
Guy.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Yeah, there's two that aren't dead. They're just fucked. I go, yeah, I suppose we could get something out of them. Clyde, could you? I don't see Clyde, but I'm like, Clyde, could you go look at the copter thingy and just
Clyde's already like hunched over the
copter
thingy. Yeah, just looks over.
Yeah, the drone is still in one piece.
Okay. Oh my
Sorry,
God.
I think she might have fried the battery. They're not really good for that sort of thing, ghosts.
But yeah, we've got one that fell off of a building, and then one that like fell and crunched.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go. Well, neither of them. One fell off a building. The other got hit in the legs.
Heads crunched.
Yeah, cool. Best part about compel is like it forces them to talk even if they're in pain. That's why I'm going to stand over the one who was what's his name? I don't know his name. The one who was Ducati.
Yep.
So happy that's caught on Ducati.
I'm gonna make Alexandra just like hold him on the ground essentially.
Yep.
And then Donovan's just gonna like grab his face and lift his face up a little bit. And just basics again, like not the family thing, but like what is your name? And like tell me your name.
Expediting this because
we can expedite this. Yeah.
So what are you?
Because obviously, what's his name? Archie was the baby of this group. I'm trying to see if either of these two can give me anything more.
Yeah, they
than
tell
Archie.
you. Yeah, they tell you that this was not an operation they were supposed to be on. That this deacon person, as well as the squad leader that Archie mentioned, the squad leader is a temporary thing. They're not like government sanctioned at all. They're from a whole other. They're from a whole other organization that when
America's not allowed to send armed operations onto their own soil, so I fucking hope not.
You say that, but it's happened.
Right,
before.
I
mean, this is World of Darkness. But it seemed like a bunch of like government stooges. They don't know a lot, but they just said 2 European guys came over and their bosses just said, listen to whatever they had to do. Like, they had no say.
Okay, yeah, so these guys didn't have it yet. And I guess also just like, any details about the deacon, the squad leader, a rendezvous point. Where were they supposed to go after this?
Yeah, they were supposed to take a plane back to headquarters, back to their headquarters. They were not supposed to contact the deacon or the squad leader ever again.
Okay.
They do give a description of the deacon, which Archie was able to give, but the squad leader, they do not have a description of. He wore a mask and a hat and like a full long.
He wore a mask?
He did.
Like, tell me about the mask. What kind of mask?
Yeah, it looked to have been. It was a weird, white plaster mask that had just mirrored, like where the eyes would be in the cutout, they were mirrored. And
Nuts.
they just
Interesting.
and they just had like the carving of like lips where like the mouthpiece would be.
That, and they didn't think, and I'm guessing, did these people think that was fucking nuts?
No, it was fucking weird, but they were told to not ask questions and follow orders, so they did.
Okay. And they were expecting to come across, I go, what was the exact belief of their mission here?
Apprehension was the goal. They were told that they were not expecting the number of blank bodies that they were. But apprehension was the goal, and if apprehension wasn't, evidence and then evacuation, which is what the drone was for.
Great. They were expecting less people, obviously. I go, did you have a description of the people you were looking for?
Yeah, you had they gave a description of.
Did they describe the Gary rats?
They had a description of the Gary rats.
I like that. That's just been their name.
Mm.
That makes me happy. Okay, makes sense. And it goes, and do either of these guys know with more exactness when the anonymous tip about where these people would be and when came in?
What do you mean by that? Because you were supposed to meet. They were supposed to meet here at like the 4:30 time. Like
right, but the anonymous tip that these guys were going to be here when
like when that was delivered
to the strike team. Yeah,
I got you. Yeah, it was given around. I would say suspiciously around the time Sierra and Malenkov arrived in Chicago.
Weird. Oh gosh.
Like cool. Who the okay. Yeah, and there's no way those people have ever heard those words. Yeah. I mean, Hannah's here. I guess I'll ask them. Did the murdering of Hannah? I go. The girl Usians who was protecting the blank body. Was that in Chicago?
Yeah, that was in Chicago.
Yeah, I would imagine because it was Jason. It was Newberry,
yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I go, was that this facility? Pointing at this facility that we know is thing?
As far as they know, they say that Archie was. They didn't know about it. Archie did it on his own.
But in Archie's thing, that there was some other one there with him, right?
There was.
Damn. All right, guys. Literally anyone.
I would like to say that this entire time I've been watching the area to make sure that nobody sneaks up on us.
Thank you.
No one's coming in, and not that anyone you notice at all.
Okay. So I don't have to roll for it then.
Well, now I'm so fucking stupid. I totally forgot. God damn it. Okay.
What happened?
No, I totally forgot that. Archie said he was with some dude. I totally forgot about that. I just fucked everything. Okay, well, that's all we got. So I guess we're going.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything about the federal agents that are dead in the street here?
So can I be real?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
Because that's actually that's worse for them if a bunch of federal agents are found dead in full tat gear with no actual explanation, seeing as this is in fact illegal. And not just illegal, I'm talking like death sentence illegal. So no, I mean, we've Clyde, worried about any security system viewing us?
The only thing you have to worry about is the drone.
I take a quick look around the camera. Like, yeah, no, I think we're good. Yeah.
Great. Then, to be completely honest, yeah. Any evidence these guys can get from, no, I don't think. I mean, anyone tell me if I'm dumb or wrong, but I'm pretty sure from everything I know, we would be doing them a favor if we cleaned these bodies up.
Yeah. This is very Black Opsy.
Yeah. I mean, Serena, you tell me I'm wrong if Donovan would know counter to this. Donovan's been doing shit like this for decades.
Donovan, do you have... I would say you have a history of avoiding... Like, the federal government you have experience with, like, circumventing are, like, tax evasion and, like, property, like, falsification.
Right, but being a vampire for 60 years, I think body disposal is a part of the idea of what I...
body disposal, not federal, unless you're telling me right now that Donovan has disposed of federal agent bodies, like in your 60 years. You could just tell me.
I mean, I'm more asking you. Shit has gone down. I don't think I've ever fought a Second Inquisition, guys. I'm definitely not claiming that.
So I will say, if you're going based off of just what your knowledge of the laws are in America, your assumptions could be correct. You don't know if that's any different because Second Inquisition are involved or not, but because you haven't dealt with them before.
Yeah, I just don't see the benefit of hiding the bodies because, I mean, if they had the live feed, that means whoever had the connection knows.
Yeah,
and that means that doesn't mean anything. No one was killed supernaturally. None of the video evidence shows anything supernatural. And none of the bodies have anything weird or supernatural damage on them that couldn't be explained by a fall or a bullet. So I just can't see the possible benefit of us expending resources to get rid of these bodies.
Anybody else?
Right.
Would you like me to try and see if I could set it up so that it looks like they killed each other?
That's like the official police report that shows up. That shows up when the cops come here.
I hold up a hand. I'm just like, no, hear the man out. I want to see how this plays out.
No, yeah, no. Again, I'm not against that at all. I think
this would be hilarious.
Yeah,
all I got to do is make one phone call.
Like,
I mean, all clients got to do is make one phone call.
Yeah, again, I was saying, Serena, is there any role I can make, or because like,
I'm going to say, and like, what exactly are you trying to ask for in this role?
This isn't a masquerade breach, right?
No, this is not a masquerade breach. You don't have to roll to know that.
Yeah. And
I'm just asking, do you want to deal with these bodies? Yes or no?
Okay, right. But I'm just trying to clarify that, like, if there was like a burning necessity and God, why are you so stupid for not dealing with them? If that should be obvious to a veteran vampire, and that's why I'm just asking if it is.
I'm not asking that at all. This is not a masquerade breach. I am just asking if there's anything that you all as a coterie would like to do with these federal agents that are dead, based on just what you all, based on the information that you have gathered and what you know of. It's not a masquerade breach at all.
I am going to go through all of their pockets.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we rifle through their things?
Yeah.
You find like dirty D&D gremlins. Go through their loot.
Yeah, you find the two of them that were on the rooftops have military grade rifles and ammunition. Archie had 2 grenades on him. And they just have like standard, like we as people know, like the military loadout of federal agents. But they have like tac gear and like assault ammunition, so handguns, bullets of that nature, and their identification.
Yeah.
Did any of the ones down below have like assault rifles or anything like that?
Yeah.
Or were they just okay?
I do specifically say like, hey, don't take any of these guns. They all have government serial numbers on them.
Yeah.
What about the grenades?
Those would actually probably be fine. I mean, they're frag grenades, right, Serena?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's fine.
Frag grenades not designed to be retrievable
Exactly.
after use.
Yeah. Smoke grenades, tear gas grenades. Yes,
Maybe.
but
Frag one and done.
yeah.
Phosphorus grenades.
Yeah, but yeah, no phones or anything. I mean, what was he using to control that?
It was a remote control.
Yeah.
Just like a remote control. All right.
Yeah.
Like the remote control for Clyde.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
only
they have-
things
looks like they have- mhm.
I would really say is grab the drone, grab the remote, and if we want to dummy whatever was gonna get dropped off, so then it's virused. Because that drone came down before everybody was dead.
Well, I want to look at it beforehand.
Yeah,
if
you'll
I get
have
the
to
chance.
go to your command center to look at
Yeah,
them
we're
and
gonna have
everything.
to.
Yeah,
we're
there
gonna-
are. They have like what do they call, like burner phones on them that you would be able to collect and like amass information and stuff.
Cool.
Definitely
Yeah.
taking those. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, make sure to take the
So-
SSID from them.
No problem. So we're gonna. Oh, that's our time. We're gonna go on our break.
Yeah.
For the time being. Please don't go anywhere. Come back when we come back from a break as we resolve, because it is breaching sunrise, so the coterie has to rush back to their haven to avoid the markings of the sun. Thank you so much for watching with us, and we hope you come back.